guys, today we are on our way to take a look at a Ford F-150. It's 2013, I think. Crew cab, four-wheel drive, V8, needs a lot of work. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace while I was sitting on the crapper, and I figured I'd reach out to this guy. So the guy was asking $4,300, had it marked down to $3,300. I offered him $1,500. He didn't say no, but he did say it was a little bit too low. I told him that my offer stood. If he changed his mind, reach out. Yesterday he reached out, asked me if I could do $2,000. So we're within $500 of making this thing happen. And like I said, I did not commit to his $2,000. I just simply said, we're gonna go take a look at this thing. And you know, I didn't want to make an offer that was blind. So we'll take a look and just see how bad it is. My biggest concern about it is not so much the bodywork, but the frame. These things, as a rule, can have rotten frames. So what we're going to try and do is take a look and see what we can find. So here we are, and there's the truck. So I'll be right back with you. Guys, it's time to talk about today's sponsor, and that is Precise Built Tools. Now, if you're anything like me and you're a hobbyist and you're always buying or looking for certain tools to use around the shop, sometimes you just got to look for a bargain. With the help of Precise Built, they sent me this torque wrench. Now, this 3/8 and 1/2 inch torque wrench, model number 2748, starts off at 30 foot-pounds and goes all the way up to 150, and it's got a quick lock mechanism that you can operate just with your thumb. So whether you're doing small torques, you can use the 3/8, or if you're doing bigger ones, you can use the 1/2 inch for things like head bolts and wheel studs. So if you need a torque wrench and you don't want to spend the hundreds or thousands in some cases on a name brand torque wrench, make sure you check out Precise Built as an economical alternative. I'll leave a link in the description box down below if you want to check out Precise Built torque wrenches. Thank you, Precise Built, for sending me this torque wrench, sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to work. So it does have a manifold leaking on this side. There is no tailpipe, it's broke off from the muffler, which I think we can fix. Get some rust here in the fender. Common on these things. Tires, they're cracked and old. And then we get rockers. It's gonna need a tail light. It's got a shin buster. This fender doesn't look like it's too bad. There's no blistering here, just a little bit of paint peeling right there. On the interior, it's clean dirt. They've got 5 kids, so there's bound to be some stuff in here. Seats aren't all completely trashed. Power windows locked. We got this window that won't go down. And if we look in here at the odometer, 394,842 kilometers. So it's up there in mileage. I'll do a quick calculation, throw it on the screen for those who are looking for miles. No engine light. That doesn't mean anything because the battery was dead, so that just may simply mean that it hasn't been activated yet. Windshield is good. Doors, hood, fender, all that stuff is good. We're going to get this tire pumped up. It does have a leak in the valve stem. That should get us at least to be able to drive it around the block. Make sure it's got all the gears. Make sure the four-wheel drive works. When I put it in four-wheel drive, I don't hear any of the hubs clicking, but then again, the wheels aren't turning either. So it's going to need a battery. We look at the brakes. Brakes get a little bit of rust. They look flat though. Might be okay, but according to the list, it does say that it needs pads and rotors. Ball joints, like, it's gonna need a lot of work, but it's little stuff, and it's stuff that we can do. I say fairly cheap. Either way, it costs money. But at the end of the day, if we can buy it right, we should be able to make a couple dollars on it. But let's get that tire aired up and take it for a rip around the block. And right from the get-go we might be in trouble. It's showing 0 kilometers to empty. And the nearest gas station is about 2 kilometers off the road. So the big key to taking any vehicle for a cruise is making sure it's got all the gears. It has shifted into third already. We are on just surface streets too, so I think we may have to get this thing out somewhere where we can get her up to speed. So quick question for you people. If you're out on a test drive, private sale, and there's no gas in the car, do you take a chance and take the test drive anyway? Or do you ask the guy to go put some gas in it before you run out? Because the tow bill will be on him. If this thing runs out of gas before I get back to his house, she's going to be staying right where she's at. Now because of that window regulator, it does have some rattles in that door. But all the gauges seem to be working. Speedometer, RPM, fuel. We don't know if the fuel works because she's pegged hard on E. But I do want to get up into a parking lot here and try the 4-wheel drive too, so let's do that. So I'm going to turn it into 4 high. It says shift in progress, and then it shows that it's in 4-wheel drive high right down here. So I'm just going to give her a little bite in drive, of course, and see if it spins up dirt on all 4. I don't think it did. Let's get out and take a look. So clearly back here it did, both tires. But I don't see where it dug in up front here at all. Let's try her again. No, I don't think 4-wheel drive's working. Yeah, she's digging in right there. Well, look at that. Maybe a little bit. Let's check the other side. Yeah, maybe it is. Let's check that. Let's check that frame. Oh yeah, that frame is in excellent condition. Yep, same thing on this side. Now some of you folks will look at that frame and say, oh my God, that's rusty. I'd never buy that. Well, you gotta take it from where it's coming. We're in New Brunswick, Canada, on the east coast, on the coast, in the salt belt. That's New Brunswick good. So as it sits, I think I'm gonna hold fast at my offer, $1,500. I think $1,500 Canadian is a good price for this truck based on what we know needs to be done. You can add everything up, and the fact that I can do it a lot cheaper than paying someone to do it helps as well. We've got our own shop. I've got 2 mechanics. Yes, I've got to pay them, but at the end of the day, that's what we're in business for. Buy a car, fix it up, put a few dollars into it. In this case, a lot of dollars. But when it's all said and done, I think that this truck retail is probably somewhere around $8,000 or $9,000 in good condition, or fixed condition. So having said that, I think if we can get away with putting $2,000 or $3,000 into it, we should be able to make a couple thousand. So let's see what we can negotiate. I'll be right with you. Okay, so we've got that vehicle purchased. He agreed to $1,500. He knew the amount of work that needed to be done. He wasn't prepared to do it, obviously, is why he was selling it. So now we've got some work cut out ahead of us. to you know, get the brakes, the tires, the suspension, the bodywork, the window regulator, the exhaust manifold, the tailpipe, and whatever else little things that we find. If you guys want to see a you know, a detailed breakdown of this vehicle and what it takes to, you know, get it up to snuff, and to see whether or not we can make some money on it, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'll be sure to update you guys on this truck and get some video of getting it repaired and all those things that I just mentioned. So if you like this video, hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed to Olde Carr Guy. That way you will get notified the next time we upload a video on this Ford F-150. And if you want to help support my channel in more ways than just watching, liking, and subscribing, hit me up at the link in the description box down below to my merchandise store, where you can pick up your very own hats, hoodies, t-shirts, beer koozies, stickers, and that way we can afford to go do more videos just like this one, buying, fixing things up, getting them sold, making a few dollars. So stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. I love you guys. God bless. Let's do it again in the next video.